Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic. It is Season 8 time. This is what happened in Season 7, if you missed it. We got to the playoff finals and lost against Nottingham Forest in the final. This season, we're on the 9th of September and it's not started very well. In my defence, we've played Bournemouth, who are a good team. We've played Bristol City, who, yes, they destroyed us, which is fair. We also drew against Ipswich 3-3 and then lost 2-1 against Millwall. We did beat Birmingham 4-0, so there is that. We've got a lot of transfers to talk about, so let's talk about those first. We're at that point as well where I don't need to keep things secret from you because most people that we end up signing aren't real. We have made £2.3 million when it comes for transfers. And most of that was a man called Christopher Hackett, who has left and signed for Sheffield United, never played for us. We sent him out on loan to Port Vale, and Sheffield United paid £1.7 million for him. I don't know why they decided to do that, but I was very happy to take the money. Also, a huge bit of business was Petar Peric. Huge as in disappointing, this one. He has left the club, he has signed for Aston Villa. He's now worth £18.5 million. He could not get a work permit for us, but apparently for Aston Villa he's able to. I think we have a 50% sell on here, which could be very, very helpful for us. A whole load of other players as well leaving the club. Who else have we got that's quite important, shall we say? Sinisalo leaving. Zakor also leaving the club. Omar Bogle leaving the club as well on a free transfer and a whole load of loan deals. Players joining. We've got some big names. First up, we have signed Alessandro Madonna, who is an Italian goalkeeper on loan from Liverpool because basically our first choice goalkeeper has been pretty poor for the last few seasons. Hopefully, Madonna is a little bit better. We have also signed Nguyen Van Hein, who is an English and I think Vietnamese striker and winger on loan from Arsenal, not paying a single penny of his wages for him. I think he's a very good player to play on that right-hand side. Probably a little bit better than Romeo Beckham. Paul Sell has returned to the club on a permanent deal after basically being on loan for 3 seasons from Nottingham Forest. Well, 3 seasons we had him on loan. We brought him back for 115k. Good bit of business. Tyler Pasnick is a 23-year-old Scottish striker, a real player, a real human that we've signed on a free transfer formerly of Rangers. I think he's pretty good. Clive Marvin is a 22-year-old English left-back signed from Burnley, and for some reason, he's worth an absolute fortune. I don't understand why he's worth 4.3 to 6.6 million pounds, but apparently he is. He's probably our number 1 left-back. 4 more players to go, and let's just say they're pretty good. We'll start off with Sane, I think is where we'll begin. I mean, he's not pretty good, but he's hopefully going to be pretty good. Signed from ASC Jarraf in his native Senegal. Goalkeeper, as you can obviously see, he's worth a lot of money. I'm hoping he's going to get some game time. I think he's got a work permit as well. He does have a work permit. Yeah, see? We can actually get people with work permits. Aaron Allen is next up. No relation to the other Allen who we've just signed, who we'll get to in a moment. 22-year-old English striker, winger, whatever you want to call him. He gives us more options, I guess, spread around the pitch. Believe it or not, Mbai Dai, that's his name, isn't our best signing in the summer. Free transfer, I think it was a free transfer from Generation Foot in Senegal. He's just really good, isn't he? The problem is, he's an attacking midfielder. You can probably tell we're training him up to be a left winger. That's where he's going to be playing for most of this season. Rory Allen is actually our best signing. An American, and I think he's part English as well, formerly of Manchester United. He's good. He's angry, 18 aggression, but he's very, very good. I think that's everybody. We've kind of gone around the houses there to talk about the new signings. Obviously, you can see a whole load of players going out on loan deals as well. Most of these aren't particularly important. Today, then, we're going to be playing Leeds United because we know we can beat Leeds, so hopefully we can do it again. Right then, match number 1 of the episode. Match number 1 of the season as well on camera. It's going to be away from home Leeds United. It is going to be Madonna in goal, Muller, Cisse, McGuinness and Clive Marvin in defence. Serlan Thomason in midfield, Van Hein and Dai on the wings, Jaden Williams and Rory Allen as our strikers for this one. I know what some of you are saying about Dai. Why don't I just play him up front? And you're probably right, but I want to play him as a winger because we've got a lot of other strikers who realistically should be playing as strikers ahead of a central midfielder. So Dai, we're just going to keep progressing on and hopefully turning him into a left winger. Let's hope that we can beat Leeds United, because otherwise this season might be a long one. So last season, obviously, we massively overachieved. This season, we have to just be looking at staying in the league, don't we? Why is that showing that and not the league table? That should be the league table. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. So Leeds United currently 11th place. We are definitely at the wrong end of the table. Nelson to John Kennedy. It's a good save from Madonna. I think Kennedy was offside. He was. It wasn't a highlight. Now, we haven't done anything over the summer to do with our tactics or anything like that. This is the same tactic we've essentially been playing since about season 2. So that shouldn't be the reason for our downfall. I don't know what it is. Maybe we've just brought in too many new players. Maybe we've been found out. Cissok's going for a run here. Number 12 lumps it over the top towards Van Hine, but doesn't manage to get it. And now it's Leeds United coming for 24 minutes on the clock. Crepin Diatta, a man I hate, but only in Football Manager. He's one-on-one with the keeper. Diatta goes for goal. Madonna absolutely fumbles that one, concedes a corner. Reece Nelson's going to take the corner towards the 6-yard box. Big head clear from McGuinness. It's going to come back though. Kennedy to Nelson. Good clearance once again, but not far enough. But luckily, the highlight has ended. So far, it's been all Leeds United. We have had 2 shots apparently, but I haven't seen anything. Maybe one more chance before half-time for Leeds. Madonna with a cracking save there at this front post, conceding another corner. Nelson's probably going over to take it. Yes, he does. The former Arsenal man then plays it low. Paul Sell heads it straight off for another corner. We've still got 3 minutes or so left of the first half to play, and I think we need to give people a little bit of encouragement. Patrick De Paula's in the penalty area with the ball. Nelson to Phillips, back to Nelson, plays it on the ground to Henry. Diatta on the ground. I'm not even sure who that was. It's gone wide of the goalkeeper's post. I think the flag went up anyway. We are playing pretty poorly, aren't we? Apparently we did have a shot on target, but it was this one, and the XG was just horrendous. I'm going to say we simply have to be better in front of goal. Dye and Van Hine struggling. 2 new signings are struggling there. Obviously, Jaden Williams as well is struggling. Not a new signing, been here forever. We've done no changes. Madonna is basically keeping us in this game, isn't he? The Liverpool loanee. Arbelodo, I'm not even sure what that was. I said then, it definitely wasn't his name. Hayden Muller, right-hand side is Van Hine on the ground. Finds Jaden Williams. The former Spurs man connects with the current Arsenal man. It's all the way back with the Leeds United goalkeeper. Long ball over the halfway line. McGuinness heads down straight to Crepin Diatta. Number 2 rushes towards the penalty spot. Not the penalty spot. Van Hine's conceded a penalty. Now he's going to rush towards the penalty spot. Patrick De Paula then. Stepping up against Madonna. Come on, Madonna. Where are you going to go? Straight into the bottom corner. It is 1-0 to Leeds United. Van Hine conceding the penalty on just his second appearance for the club. Not really how we wanted this season to go. Right, Dye on the wing isn't clearly working, so we're going to put him up front. Corbinow's going to come on, because he knows how to score goals against Leeds. I should remember that. We're also going to do Van Hine coming off for Romeo Beckham. We're reverting back to last season. Do we do one more change? Paul Searle. No, we keep Paul Searle on because we have no central midfielders. Patrick De Paula with a free kick for Leeds. Good curling effort. Dinks the top of the bar, goes over. 62 minutes played. Still, obviously, 1-0 to Leeds United, but they have been so much better than us. Is this actually going to be a chance going our way? Paul Searle. Now Muller. Where are you going to go, buddy? Tries to find some space, crosses the ball in. McGuinness is there, and he's hit the bar, and that one goes over as well. We're just not doing very well, are we? We're just not playing very well. We've got 15 minutes left. Dye is going to be the man coming off. Andrew Moran is going to come on as a striker. Do we do that? Yes, we do. Theo Corbinow is going to push up to be a striker. Moran's going to come on the left wing. Marvin with a throw. Final 10 minutes. Moran's not going to get there, and now Leeds can possibly counter-attack. And they've managed to find Dane Scarlett, who is up there all by himself at the moment. It's a good ball. Finds Scarlett once again on the right-hand side. No real support. Maybe someone at the back post. It's Cindy Lauper. What's she going to do? She's not doing a lot. Plays it all the way back. Phillips to Patrick De Paula. Across to Frabotta in the penalty area. Leeds United team's ridiculous, isn't it? Let's be honest. We should never beat Leeds. Frabotta tries to cross it. Can't manage it. Beckham gets it back to Muller. Are we going to counter-attack their counter-attack? Theo Corbinow with the ball. Plays it through to Rory Allen. He's one-on-one with the keeper. Rory has to score. And Rory's missed. He's hit it wide. How has Rory not scored? 4 minutes of injury time. And we have the ball, but we are deep inside our own penalty area. Long ball upfield. Theo Corbinow on the right. The winger Playing as a striker, plays in Allen once again, takes a touch and blasts it over again. Rory could have won this game for us in the last few highlights. Henry, why are our two strikers way behind the free kick there? What was going on? Mendes, it's now Masanhais, maybe. Could be his name. Searle gets it for us though. Romeo Beckham. We've got 1 minute and 10 seconds. McGuinness to Moran, heads it down, finds Rory Allen. Third time is a charm, and Rory, flippin' Allen, makes it 1-1. We have somehow rescued a point. I don't even know how we've done that. Theo Corbeanu, apparently, since he's come on and been pushed up to a striker, has been pretty good. Moran heads the ball through. Rory Allen's there, and this time he does not miss. And he might have just rescued us a point. Well, first game on camera of the season, and we certainly left it late, didn't we? We certainly left it late. Madonna kept us in that game. Realistically, we should have lost about 3 or 4-0. XG says it should have been about 3-1. We managed to somehow sneak a point. So 6 games into the season, and we are definitely in a relegation scrap at the moment. I say at the moment because there is obviously plenty of football still to be played. We are going to go forward and play another match in today's episode, so we're going to go forward and we're going to go play Middlesbrough. Hear me out. Okay, hear me out. For the Middlesbrough game, we're basically going for the same starting 11 plus a couple of little tweaks. Madonna, Muller, Cisse, McGuinness and Silko Thomas in defence. He has obviously returned back to the starting 11. Searle and Thomason as the central midfielders. Romeo Beckham and Dye on the wings. Yes, I am trying Dye once again as a left winger. Theo Corbeanu will be starting as a striker alongside Rory Allen because those two seem to work really well for about 10 minutes. I don't know how good Middlesbrough are. I don't know whether they should be a mid-table side. They look like they're currently a mid-table side. We have ourselves a chance. Paul Searle with the ball. Muller crosses it in, finds Romeo Beckham, takes a few touches. It's a great tackle from McCallum. Thomason finds Silko Thomas. Back to George Thomason. In the middle, Paul Searle, loads and loads of space. Takes a little bit too long on the ball for my liking there. Thomason back to Searle. Now Romeo Beckham. Muller needs to run. He's decided to go long and find Silko Thomas. There are 5 in the middle. Romeo Beckham is one of them. That is a very strange one too. Beckham to Thomas, back to Beckham. But Romeo is on the score sheet. 3 minutes played. We are 1-0 up against Middlesbrough. Obviously, still early days in this match, but if we were to win this game, we'll move it clear of the relegation zone by a fair distance early on in the season. Allen to Dye. Plays it in the middle. Finds Paul Searle. Right-hand side is the goal scorer, Romeo Beckham. Now Muller, the fullback. 3 in the box if he can find any one of them. Theo Corbeau's there. The Canadian can't get it. And now Middlesbrough potentially can counter-attack. Hudson's going to control this. Francis Hudson apparently is his name into the penalty area. Madonna makes a cracking save. Concedes the corner but prevents the goal. We are going to see the corner though. Mostovoy takes it towards the back post. And it is big Mark McGuinness to head that ball clear. Plenty of action so far in this match. Right-hand side for Middlesbrough. It's all the way back to Fisher in goal. Kicks it long toward... where did that go to space? That took forever to come down. Silko Thomas to McGuinness. Lumps it upfield. Dye heads or chests it down maybe. Thomason through to Theo Corbeau. And the Canadian cannot miss. But unfortunately, the Canadian was offside. All I want is Dye to turn into a half-decent footballer. Is that too much to ask? He's on a 6.4 again. It's a corner for Middlesbrough. Final 7 or 8 minutes of the first half. Thomas Evans with the headed effort goes wide of Madonna's post. And it looks like we are going to be holding on to our lead up until half-time at the very least. And moving up to, by the looks of it, I think 16th place in the table. Bye. Have a word, fella. You've not been good enough. Good. You look motivated. Is that going to make a difference? Probably not, because you're playing out of position. Obviously no changes at half-time, but looking at it, Dye, Corbeau and Allen all struggling. Dye's dropped down to a 6.2 again. I mean, at this rate, we're never going to pay him, are we? We're just going to fine him every other match. Heymans does manage to somehow get there and find turns. Mostovoy on the right-hand side, just before the hour mark. Heymans gets it now. It's Knight in the middle of the pitch, facing away from goal. Heymans with a bit of space on the right-hand side. Dye doesn't bother going for it. Silko Thomas is going to take his time and just smash it upfield. He should have taken his time and passed it to a white shirt, but didn't want to do that apparently. Left-hand side for Middlesbrough. Crosses the ball in. Cisse clears it. Doesn't manage to find Beckham though, and the cross comes in again. Dobbin's there. He's hit the post. He's found the rebound, and Lewis Dobbin gets his first goal of the season. It's 1-1 against Middlesbrough, and I mean, I don't even know how they've managed to score from that. Well, Dai is on a 6.1 now. Andrew Moran is going to be the man to come on. I mean, they're two strikers. It's both of them 6.5s. Can I have a word? Can I shout at you? Touchline shouts. Demand more from you. Touchline shouts. Demand more from you. I don't think I've ever done that. Well, it's not made a difference because we still haven't had any highlights, and Rory Allen has dropped down to a 6.3 now. Wonderful. Final 10 minutes of the game. Cisse is ready for bed, looking at his condition. We've had no highlights. Since I've shouted at the players, we've had absolutely no highlights. We're going to do Rory Allen for Van Hine. We'll do Van Hine up front. And actually, we'll do Corbeau as well for Adam Brown. Who's Adam Brown? Who is... Oh, yeah. Adam Brown was a guy who spent a couple of seasons out on loan at Torquay and absolutely dominated for 2 years. So, yeah, Adam Brown is going to get a chance. We're not going to get any highlights. Oh, no, maybe we are. Annoyingly, it is Middlesbrough with the highlight. McGuinness gets it clear. Finds Van Hine. Conceded the penalty against Leeds. Can he do something a little bit different down the other end today? Van Hine takes his time. Moran to Searle. Through ball to Thomason. Stops. Back to Van Hine. And Nguyen Van Hine. Oh my word, Nguyen Van Hine was the villain against Leeds United, and against Middlesbrough in the 91st minute, because we love to leave it late, we might have just won. I feel like I should have changed the mentality to defensive. We've got a highlight with 15 seconds to play. Knight controlled it into the penalty area. Madonna has to save it. It doesn't matter. It goes wide, and we are hopefully picking up the 3 points against Middlesbrough at home. We are over the 94. Referee, please. Referee, McGuinness. Inside his penalty area, lumps it upfield towards Moran. This is worrying that there is an actual highlight going on. It's on the ground to Hudson, plays it back. It's a free kick. Referee, just blow the full-time whistle. We are 42 seconds over the 94. Just blow the whistle. Are you ever going to stop this highlight? What's going on? I'm genuinely worried that they're going to get themselves a chance and equalise. They haven't. We've won. We've just picked up 3 points. Right, if we can play like that for the rest of the season, we should be safe. That's all I'm aiming for this year, safety. Then again, I did say that last year, and we almost got promoted. So it's not been the best start to Season 8, but we have just picked up 4 points on camera in Episode 1. We are currently down in 18th place, 2 points clear of 22nd place Hull, but it is early days. A victory or two could push us straight into the promotion spots, the automatic playoff spots, things like that. So you know what? Let's not panic. Let's go forward to the next episode, which is probably going to be somewhere in maybe November. Do we do Everton? I think we're going to do Everton and Hull, you know? I think that's what we're going to go for. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. Hit the subscribe button as well if you are new to the channel. And I'll see you in episode 2, where we're going to be going to Merseyside and probably getting hammered. Thanks for watching. Our second season in the Championship has started off reasonably well, but I think Season 2 or Season 8 of the overall save, probably going to be a season of building. Not expecting promotion, not expecting relegation. Today, Everton, who are 6th, and Hull, who are 23rd. Probably going to beat Everton. So in between episodes, we have been very on and off, shall we say. We lost against Sheffield Wednesday, drew with Portsmouth, lost against Peterborough, then 3 wins on the spin against Swansea, Wigan and Luton, and then back down to earth with a bump against Norwich, a 3-1 defeat here. But, like I said, we are mid-table. Everton are going to be tough away from home. Hull, we should be able to beat them. The starting lineup then for the Everton game. It is going to be Madonna in goal, Burke, Cisse, McGuinness and Thomas in defence. Burke has come in because of Hayden Muller? I nearly said Hayden Miller. It's Hayden Muller who is currently out injured 5 to 10 days, so he is not likely to be back for the Hull game either. It's going to be Paul Searle and Thomason in the middle of the pitch. Theo Corbeau will be playing as a right winger today. And by Dai, that's his name, he's going to be a left winger. Last episode, he was 1 silver star as an inside forward. He's now 3.5 silver star, or gold stars, as an inside forward. It just shows he had the ability, he just didn't understand the role, which he certainly does now. Williams and Rory Allen will be our strikers for this one. It's going to be tough at Goodison Park, but we might be able to pull a little surprise out of the bag. Well, Everton, obviously being down now in the Championship in the game, have a half sold out stadium. They're not going to be getting anywhere near sellouts anymore, are they? Unless they go back up to the Premier League. So far, looking at the match stats, I know we've not seen anything, but we're having shots and Everton aren't doing anything. Reece Burke's throw. Theo Corbeau controls it. Back to Cisse. He's going to go for a little run forward. Stops instead and goes all the way back to Madonna. playing well outside of his penalty area. Long ball finds Dye. First time effort from Mbai Dye. His 5th goal of the season. We're 1-0 up against Everton on Merseyside. This could be a bit of a shock. And now we've got a free kick in a very good position as well. It's going to be Theo Corbeau stepping up, number 19. Can the Canadian make it 2? Curling effort. He's hit the underside of the bar, and the American Rory Allen cannot get on the end of it. It is still 1-0, but that pushes us up to 9th place in the table, 3 points off of a playoff spot. Still early days, but we're 7 points off of it, or now 8 points, because West Brom picked up another one, off of an automatic promotion spot. Thomas's throw to Rory Allen, back to Silko Thomas. Number 3 finds Thomason. Back to Thomas, once again, crosses it in. Theo Corbeau's at the back. How was he onside? Not going to complain. 2-0. Not only is it 2-0, but Everton have had one shot, and that's it, and it wasn't even on target. We are absolutely demolishing them. 3 minutes left to play of the first half. Pavon's going to pick it up on the left-hand side. Crosses it in. It's a weird cross. It's gone over absolutely everybody. Christensen plays it back to Korshevin, possibly. Gedson Fernandez. Back to Korshevin again. If we can steal this, there might be a chance for a counter-attack. In on the ground. Madonna picks it up. No highlights taken place. So this is realistically the start of the highlight. Thomas finds Dye, the goal scorer, one of our 2 goal scorers. Rory Allen plays through Jaden Williams. Is Williams going to make it 3? Jaden Williams does make it 3-0 to Dover Athletic before half-time against Everton in the Championship. What's going on here? Not going to lie, wasn't expecting this. Definitely was not expecting this to be taking place. 3-0. 3-0. We've had a lot of shots. Keep it going, lads. We do have an injury to Abdou Karim Cisse, which I'm not sure. I mean, injury is affecting him. It's a knee injury. We're going to bring him off. Leon Pambu is going to be the man to come on. He is currently transfer listed because he wants to leave the club because he's not getting a lot of game time. But I have said £500,000 is his fee. And if nobody hits that, he's staying here. It is Madonna to Leon Pambu. He's going to go for a run. The big 6'6" Frenchman lumps it upfield towards Theo Corbeau, who's controlled it but loses out. And now Everton possibly can get themselves a chance. Left-hand side, running into some spaces. Juliu into the penalty area. Crosses it on the ground. Torres' effort makes it 3-1. Everton starting the second half on the front foot. Maybe we shouldn't have subbed off Cisse. Maybe he was the linchpin holding our defence together. Pambu and Burke both on 6.6s at the moment. Dye's not going to get there. Headed effort, though, from the defender. Goes straight back to Ratzi in the Everton goal. Kicks it long over the halfway line. Get it straight back towards him, please. It's not. It's Torres, the Everton goal scorer. Plays it on the ground. Silko Thomas. Lovely 1-2 there from Thomas. Straight to one of their players. And luckily for us, Madonna is on hand. The Liverpool goalkeeper, by the way, is on hand to prevent Everton from making it 3-2. Pavon's corner comes in. It's a headed effort from Danilo, and it goes wide. Everton have now got themselves a free kick in a good position. What's happened? At half-time, their manager has done the best team talk. We're still winning, but they are having all of the chances. It's 3-2. Right, let's try and do something tactical here. We've got 20 minutes to not concede another goal. Reece Burke is on a 6.4. We've also got no right-backs. Right, we're going to have to bring on Clive Marvin as a right-back, even though he's left-footed and isn't a right back. It's probably worse than playing Reece Burke, if I'm perfectly honest, but we don't really have the options. Do we look at potentially bringing off a striker as well? Maybe bring Allen off, and we literally just shut up shop. We also have no more centre-backs on the bench. Better idea. Paul Searle drops to a DM. Allen, who is just good at football, is going to play as a ball-winner midfielder. We're going to keep Williams up front all by himself. We have got 20 minutes to try and hold on. What I want to see is nothing. No more highlights. That's what we want to see. Or maybe we'll have one, and hopefully this is the counter-attack. Final 12 minutes of the game. Silko Thomas has got the ball for us. Plays it in the middle to Paul Searle, playing as the defence midfielder now. Thomason. Little flick finds Dye, who apparently has picked up a knock, but we've got no more subs. It's Allen. No, we do have more subs. We've still got one to go. Searle over the top to Dye. Chests it down. Is it going to be 4? It is 4-2 against Everton. That goal has hopefully sealed the 3 points. Right, we're going to do our final change. I think we've still got one change left. Yes, we do. And we are going to just do a bit of time wasting. I think Theo Corbeau is coming off. Nguyen Van Hein is going to be the man to come on. I'm fully aware. I'm probably pronouncing that completely wrong. But, you know, I'm English. I'm terrible at pronunciation. And speaking, apparently. That's also what I'm bad at. We've got seconds left to play. It is going to be full time in Merseyside. It is 4-2 to Dover Athletic. Elsewhere, Reading beat Luton 7-0. So, we weren't even the most exciting game of the weekend. Oh, and good news as well off the back of that. The Cisse injury, 1 to 2 days. That is perfect. Absolutely perfect. That, to be honest, that is a superb weekend of football for us. We've picked up 3 points against Everton. A nice victory as well. We're now going to go forward to play Hull, who are 23rd in the table. It's a long way away, actually. We've got 2 weeks. Well, we'll be back in a second. Back from what I think was an international break, it was about 2 weeks worth of no football for us. We have returned for Hull City. We're at home. They are down in 23rd place in the table. This is what we're going to go for our starting 11. We've got Madonna in goal. Muller returns from his injury. Cisse obviously returns from his injury. McGuinness and Silko Thomas round out the back four. Paul Searle and Nathan Martin. I should know this. It is Nathan Martin. He'll be playing in the centre of midfield today with Theo Corbeanu and Baidai and Nguyen Van Hijn, easy enough for me to say, and Rory Allen up front. Van Hijn is playing because Mikel Arteta has come and spoke to me and said, excuse me, you should probably be playing him in the position you promised to play him, which was a forward, as an advanced forward. So that is what we're going to do today against Hull. I thought I'd risk it, drop Jaden Williams. Hopefully Van Hijn can do a little bit better than what he did in the last episode, where he gave away a penalty. Thomason as well, he has been dropped because of a little injury. He's not out for too long. He should be back ready for the next game, which I think is Derby County, but that doesn't matter. That's not on camera. It's a throw for Hull, but we've intercepted it early on. Martin, back to Cisse, across to McGuinness. Paul Searle, number 7. Left-hand side is Dye. Lovely first-time pass to the American Rory Allen. Dye goes back, though, to McGuinness. Trying to pass our way through the whole midfield. Silko Thomas on the left. Loads of space for the fullback on the ground to Nguyen Van Hijn. His effort is saved by the goalkeeper. It's going to be a corner. Not even sure who's taking it. I think it's Silko Thomas. It is Silko Thomas. Right-footed towards the front post. Doesn't clear the first man. Martin's going to pick the ball up on the ground in the middle of Cisse. Forward to Corbeanu. Spins on the spot. Needs some support. Finds Van Hijn. Needs some runner. Doesn't need a runner. He actually needs Van Hijn to stay on side. 10 minutes on the clock and we're coming forward again with the ball. Cisse to Searle. We do seem to start a lot of our highlights at the moment in defence and try and kind of do a quick counter through the middle of the team. It's fallen to Van Hijn. On the ground to Rory Allen. First time shot from the American goes just wide of the goalkeeper's post. We're getting close, but not quite close enough. Time is flying by in this match with very few highlights at the moment. It's Nathan Martin with the ball, lumps that upfield but doesn't find a white shirt, and it's now coming straight back towards us. Francois forward to Hassan, first time touch, second time shot, that's how the words work. And Abdulrahman Hassan has made it 1-0 to Hull, kind of against the run of play but also not. Did say at the start of the episode we'd probably beat Everton and then lose against Hull. So far, 27 minutes in, spot on prediction. Straight after the goal, though, we do have ourselves a chance, possibly. Martin, forward, finds Dye. Lovely pass from Martin to get Dye in on goal. He's gone a little bit too far wide, crosses it in towards nobody. Hopefully we're going to keep it alive. We do through Hayden Muller, crosses it in, doesn't get it past Hansen. And now Hull can pass the ball around inside their own half and try and form some form of counter-attack, but we've nicked it off them. Searle to Corbeanu, to Van Hijn, facing away from goal to Nathan Martin, loads of space for Silko Thomas, takes a few touches, go for goal son, doesn't bother, plays it on the ground to Dye, he goes back to Thomas, crosses in, Theo Corbenu's there, he's hit the post, how have we not scored from that? The ball is cleared, it is still somehow 1-0 to Hull. Craig Forrester's throw, that's a surname, isn't it? Craig Forrester is one name, not his name is Craig, surname Forrester. Cisse to McGuinness, not really sure why I went on that tangent then, bit strange for me. Back to Madonna in goal. The Italian to McGuinness, to Cisse. Searle's in front, does use him. Back to Cisse again. Another highlight where we're just passing it around our defence, hoping to try and find our way through. Cisse instead just puts an absolute big boot behind that one, clears it all the way upfield, but straight to a Hull defender, and it's coming straight back towards us. What's going on? It's a goal. It's a goal. It's Football Manager, everybody. That's what Football Manager does. The defender and the goalkeeper both not going for the ball, and Osario makes it 2-0 to Hull. Their goalkeeper has just got an assist. Their goalkeeper has just got an assist from that. Muller with a throw for us. We've got a mountain to climb now. McGuinness has started to climb that mountain for us. 37 minutes, it's 2-1. See, we can score the goals. We can score the goals. We're just not doing it at the moment. We've got an XG of 1.32. They've got an XG of 1.03. And they've scored more than us. Because XG is just absolute nonsense numbers, everybody. You shouldn't pay attention to XG. But because for some reason it's in Football Manager, I feel like I need to. Left-hand side, right-hand side even, crosses it in. It's cleared though from us. Are we going to get there first or is it going to be Francois? It is Francois all the way back to Montero. 1 assist to his name. Is he going to get a second? Rory Allen has it for us. Over the top. Nguyen Van Hijn on the right-hand side. 3-4-5 maybe in the middle. Van Hijn on the ground. Was expecting a bigger cross. He's in on goal here. Van Hijn, what's happened? How have we not scored? That's probably put our XG up to about 3. Still not quite at half-time. Cisse smashes it upfield. Why are you doing that? That's not in our tactics, Cisse. You just decided you want to absolutely lump it upfield every possible opportunity. Dye plays the ball through to Nguyen Van Hijn, takes a few touches, goes round the keeper, still can't quite manage to get it in. Theo Corbedeau is there though, and big TC makes it 2-2 just before half-time, and we're celebrating like we've got this game in the bag now. We're still drawing with the team 23rd in the table. And we're also still not quite at half-time. Apparently, there's another highlight just before the whistle goes. Craig Forrester's ball over the top. McGuinness gets it for us, but straight to Hassan. And now Hull can possibly come forward. Hassan has the ball into the penalty area. He's managed to get loads of space for himself, but Madonna can hold on to that one. That's probably going to bring us to the half-time whistle. It does. And it's been a good one for the neutrals. Can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm pleased. Because we've gone in at half-time at 2-2. I'm not pleased that we've conceded twice, but I am pleased that we've scored twice. Obviously no changes for us at half-time, but we've got a free kick in a good position. Van Hijn is there. Nguyen Van Hijn gets his first goal for Dover. He's offside. Is he offside again? Buddy, learn the offside rule. It's close. It's very close. But he probably is. I mean, he needs to stop being offside all the time. 60 minutes now on the clock. Time is flying by. We're going to do a couple of changes. We are going to take off Rory Allen for Jaden Williams, because even though Van Hijn is always offside, he's actually playing really well apparently, so we don't want to ruin that. We are also going to look at doing Dye for Moran, I think. You could hear the conviction in my voice there. I'm definitely sure that's the sub we should be doing. It's a free kick for Hull. Francois takes it. Greaves on the right-hand side has chested it down in the area. Plays it on the ground and Nathan Martin's nicked this. Are we going to get some form of counter-attack? Thomas, down the left to the substitute, Jaden Williams. The all-time Dover Athletic top goal scorer. Martin has it back on the ground again, finds William again, 3 in the middle, on the floor to Theo Corbedeau, can't manage to get the shot away, could have been 3, arguably we could have scored about 6 or 7 in this game. Final 10 minutes of the match. I don't want to do any changes, although it looks like Hull might be coming forward with a chance of their own. It's Sormaz in on goal, dinks it over the goalkeeper, also dinks it just wide of the post. It's luckily gone wide. It is 2-2. I mean, we should have won, we can still lose. Silas with a throw and a lovely green hairband by the looks of it. Asario in the area. Silas again flicks it back to Mauer. In the middle, TC's nicked this. Go on Theo, go for a run. Down the left is Williams. Further left is Moran. Andrew Moran cuts inside. Why? Who are you trying to take it round? There's nobody there, buddy. Thomas to Martin to Andrew Moran again. Crosses in. Can't find or can't even get it past the first man. And now Hull can counter-attack. We're not keeping an eye on the guy in the middle. The grey-haired man in the middle. Osario's gone off towards the right-hand side. He's going to run all the way down. Crosses it in. It's deflected. Something's happening here. There's a goal in this highlight. Lowe's got the ball on the left. I'm just concerned it's going to be for Hull. It's for Hull. I knew it was going to happen. Idrissa Yao Conan. 3-2. We're going to go attacking. I mean, what can we do at this point? What can we do? We've been beaten by XG. We've not even been beaten by XG. We were the better side. We didn't take our chances. Don't understand how that wasn't a goal. Van Hijn was offside all the time. We got beaten by defenders and goalkeepers being an absolute nuisance and not doing anything when the ball gets near them. I'm just not happy with that. So about, 10, 15 minutes ago, I said we're probably going to beat Everton and lose against Hull. I was spot on. I was absolutely spot on. We are bang smack in the middle of the Championship in our second season here. And I think because of that, we are going to go a fair distance up until the next episode. We're probably going to go, I think, to the end of January. So we're going to do Swansea and Luton, most likely. And then obviously the end of the transfer window as well. There's a whole lot of football to play. Not expecting fireworks. This is where, off camera, we come back and we're second place in the table like last season. I hope that doesn't happen, but anything's possible. So, as expected for Season 8, we are a mid-table team. We're on the 20th of January. Today we're going to be playing 2 matches. It is going to be Swansea in the opener, and I can't remember the second one. I think it's Luton. I think that's who we're going to play. We're also going to play Norwich, but we're not going to play that on camera because I think we're just going to get battered. Obviously, being January, the transfer window has been open, and we have spent a bit of money. £110,000. Because let's face it, we're not made of money. We have signed Ryan Mcardle from Southampton, and already on his debut he scored and got an assist with an XG of 0.0 or 0.08. Yeah, that was right. He's a very good central midfielder, and that was one of the positions where we kind of needed a bit more strength because Thomason, even though he's all right, he doesn't really have any competition. Ryan Mcardle is hopefully going to be that competition. Other transfer news, Leon Pambu has left the club. 158 appearances over the 7 seasons, I think, maybe 6 seasons. Started in the Vanarama National League, playing in every single competition all the way up until literally last episode. I think he came off the bench. He's gone to Cannes for £450,000. We're going to miss Leon. And somebody else who's left is Nguyen Van Hijn. Apparently Mikel Arteta wasn't best pleased that I wasn't playing him as a striker, despite the fact that he'd already played 16 games, scored 6 goals and got 3 assists, and Arteta was not best pleased, so Van Hijn has been recalled, which is a bit annoying. In between episodes, we've not been particularly great, but we have managed to win 4 games. I think we've lost 5, maybe 6 games in between episodes. We've been knocked out of the FA Cup as well, a couple of draws in the middle. Kind of key performances, I guess. Beating Stoke, beating Blackburn, very helpful. Obviously beating Peterborough as well. Getting knocked out of the FA Cup at the 3rd round by Leicester. Kind of expected, but also a bit annoying because we did quite well. The starting 11 for the Swansea game then. It's a mess because the African Cup of Nations is a thing. We've also got a couple of South Americans who are also gone off to some under-21s competition and won't be back until mid to late February. It means we are giving 2 debuts today. It's going to be Madonna in goal. Richard Elise will be our right back. Mark McGuinness as a centre back. It is going to be Sean Spencer. Spencer Skinner. He is going to be a centre back today. He has come back from a loan spell at Port Vale earlier this season, and Kings Lynn the season before that. So top quality player there in Spencer Skinner. And then we move to left back and it's even worse. It is a youngster. He is 16 years of age. It's Alan Beasley. He's rubbish, but we've got no other options, really. I guess we could. I mean, I don't really want to, but I guess we could. We don't have any decent options. We could play Elise there, but then we don't have any right-backs. Because we're missing Muller and Burke. They're both out injured. So, Beasley getting a debut today. Kind of unexpected. The rest of the starting 11 will be Sel, Thomason, Corbeau, Dye, Williams and Rory Allen as our strikers. We do obviously have Mcardle. He's currently on the bench. He will be coming on at some point for Thomason. Expect it maybe about the 60th minute. So, the African Cup of Nations has kind of come at a terrible, terrible time because of 2 injuries to right-back/centre-backs. Cisse obviously then going out for a month maybe of football, which kind of sucks. I've completely ignored him. We've signed another player who is, I think, Colombian central defender. Beasley with a throw. First action for the youngster. Gets the ball back from Thomason. We've signed ourselves a young Colombian defender who's actually not terrible. Jaden Williams has got the ball here. He's gone off towards the left-hand side. He's rattled the bar. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but it's still 0-0. So league table-wise, we're actually not in a terrible position. It is very tight between basically 4th place and relegation. It is that tight a league. 4th place on 46 points, relegation on 29. So there is, 17 points separating the majority of the league, which is quite tight. And so is this game, by the looks of it. It is 0-0 at half-time. We've only had 1 highlight so far. We've been the better side. I'm not sure we have Paul Watson. Looking at the match ratings as well, Spencer Skinner and Beasley, I've already forgotten his first name, that's how accustomed we are to Beasley playing for us, are on 6.5s and a 6.3. So they're not doing too well. It is Swansea coming forward with the ball. Lloyd, left-hand side is Robinson. Back to Lloyd in the middle. Stolen away by Paul Sell. Good bit of football there from the former Nottingham Forest man. I say former, never played for him. We loaned him out for 5 years. Swansea have nicked the ball back. Beasley, lovely bit of football from the youngster. Go on, son, do something special. Not what we're expecting. It's now Thomason. Spencer Skinner again, who is versatile, I think is the best way to describe him. Can play as a central midfielder. Long ball forward to nobody. What's coming of this highlight? It's a goal. That's what's coming of this highlight. Beasley's intercepted straight to a Swansea player. And now O'Connor's going to go for a run. He's got company. I think it's Dye with him. O'Connor's continuing his run, crosses the ball in, back post is Robinson, and there is the goal. I told you it was coming. Elise with a throw, 55 minutes, crosses it in, dies at the back post, and it's off the bar again. Is it off the bar? I don't think it was. I think the goalkeeper saved it. It's going to be a corner/throw. I'm not quite sure. Doesn't matter. We didn't get to see it. Right, let's do some changes. What else do we do? We also have, by the way, I ignored him. Ray Murphy is also a youngster, 16 years of age, on the subs bench. Maybe we give Ray a chance. Maybe that's what we do. No, we don't. In fact, what I'm thinking we do, they're recommending Ryan Mcardle as a left back. I mean, he's not left-footed. He can't cross. He's got no pace. I'm not quite sure where you're getting at. I'm looking at Beckham. I'm looking at Beckham as a left back, you know. We're doing it. Romeo Beckham's going to come on as a left back. Half a gold star. Look at that. We are also going to do this Thomason for Mcardle substitution. Our entire subs bench is midfielders. We are kind of limited with what we can do. There is apparently a highlight happening. I'm not sure whether this is a real highlight or just because of the subs. Allen's headed it down. It's found its way all the way back to the goalkeeper. Paul Sell really should be getting there first and doesn't manage it. Swansea can come forward again. 60 minutes played. Lucas inside his own area. His own half, that's what it is. Thomason, ball over the top, chested down by Dye. In the middle is Rory Allen. Can the American do something? He can force a save out of Southwood. We win ourselves a corner, and now we're going to do all of our subs as we take a corner, which might not be the best plan. Swansea possibly with another chance again. Lucas has got it, crosses in, Robinson heads over the bar. Nothing really came of that, and they've done a sub. Spencer Skinner is on a 6.3. He's not doing very well, obviously. We know, I've already got his name, Beasley didn't do very well either. Jones is going for a run. McGuinness has nicked it. McGuinness, by the way, is a club icon, the second one. I'm not sure how he's managed to get there. Williams' effort there was saved by the goalkeeper. He is actually our most represented. That's not the word, you know what I mean? He's our highest rep player since we've started the save in that list now, which is just weird to me. Nothing is coming from this game. I mean, he's very tired. Rory Allen is the man who we're going to be changing because he is just playing absolutely appalling. It's going to be Andrew Moran coming on because we've got no strikers. I probably should have put Dye up front, shouldn't I? That should have been the option. We've got 2 minutes of injury time to play. Diallo to O'Connor. Now Evans. Ball forward towards Jones. Skinner wins the head. Finds Theo Corbono. Now Williams is going to go for a run. Hold up play. He's gone back to Richard Elise down the right-hand side. Loses out to the goal scorer. And now Swansea can possibly get themselves another chance. Lucas on the left. Now Robinson. Now Isaac. Now Robinson again. Back to Lucas. What's happening in this highlight? Is it going to be nothing? Is it going to be one of those highlights where nothing happens and the full-time whistle goes? Well, we've managed to steal the ball away and found Andrew Moran in on goal. He stinked it over the goalkeeper. Oh my word, Andrew Moran, the substitute, might have just nicked a point there in the 93rd minute. So basically, we stole the ball, passed it around in the centre circle for a bit, and then just a long ball forward, and the substitute makeshift striker just dinks it over the keeper. Well, I'll take it. I guess I'll take it. In the end, our XG was better than Swansea's, which I'm not quite sure how we managed to do that. We were poor, but considering we had to play Beasley, Skinner, we also had on the sub bench another 12-year-old. So, yeah, actually, not a terrible result. Back for the second match of the episode against bottom of the table Luton Town, so we're probably going to lose this one. We have brought in a brand new player on loan from West Ham, Romain Charrier, who is a Canadian international. I think he must be part English. He is part Portuguese. I don't know why he didn't need a work permit. I mean, I didn't have to get a work permit, but apparently he's got one. So yeah, Romain Charrier, he's in the club, and he's probably going to be making his debut today. We also have another loan player hopefully signing soon. Unfortunately, didn't happen in time for the Luton game. This is the other player that I was talking about as well in the last match, Jackson Arango, 18-year-old Colombian who is currently away at the South American Under-20s Championships, and he is going to be back. When's he back? When is he going to be back? The 12th of February, which is kind of annoying because he would be playing these games. The starting lineup then for the Luton match is going to be Madonna in goal, Elise McGuinness, Charrier and Silko Thomas in defence. So we've obviously got some players returning from injury, which is perfect. It is going to be Searle and Mcardle in midfield, Corbono and Dye on the wings, Rory Allen and Jaden Williams as the strikers, and I've swapped those two round because Rory Allen has been absolute garbage for his last few matches. In fact, I'm going to give you a slap on the wrist. Also on the subs bench, we've still got Spencer Skinner. He would have had to start this game if Charrier didn't join the club, which is kind of annoying. We've also got Louis Claridge, who has been here for a while and actually played some games a few seasons ago, I think. Maybe didn't. But yeah, Louis Claridge is on the subs bench, and so is a man called Gabriel Newman, who is 20 years of age and doesn't have a contract. I mentioned as well that we were going to be playing Norwich off camera. We did. We lost 1-0. So yeah, not a lot really to write home about there, which was kind of what I expected to happen. So far, I think this episode's been very talky and not a lot of football. There's been very few highlights in both of the games. We've got a free kick through Silko Thomas towards Mcardle, but doesn't manage to get there. Paulie Searle's going to get the ball back. Right-hand side is Thomas again. On the ground. Finds Charrier, the Canadian. McGuinness to Allen on the left. Down to Dye. And Theo Corbeneau was there to tuck the ball away. But I feel like he was offside. The flag is up. He was. We have 2 Canadian internationals and an American international playing for us. We are Dover Athletic. How have we managed to do that? Oh, bloody marvellous. Paul Searle's picked up an injury. What is it? Potential foot injury. So, we've got the options. It's going to be George Thomason, I think we're going to go for that, and sure, Thomason can be the ball winner. A couple of minutes before half-time and we've nicked the ball there, that's good, I wasn't expecting that. Williams has it, number 9, forward to Dye, goes backwards, dinks it over, Theo Corbeneau's in on goal. Can the Canadian score this time? He can't, it's saved by the keeper, but we do win ourselves a corner. Thomas is the man to take it, right-footed from Silko, towards Theo Corbeneau at the front post. It's a header clear, are we going to get it back in? Or is it just going to fizzle out? Mcardle on the ground. Good ball. Finds Corbeneau with a very clever run as well. He's been tackled. How have you been tackled from that situation? Half time then 0-0. And I don't like the fact that my assistant manager Paul Watton has said I should take off Mark McGuinness for Spencer Skinner because Mark McGuinness is absolutely shattered. He's on a 7.0 and Spencer Skinner is garbage. I've just done one of those team talks where I clicked a button without fully paying attention to what I was saying. So, you've not been good enough. Let's try and fire some people. Well, we started the episode in 13th place. We might be ending it in 15th place with potentially 1, maybe 2 points on the board extra today. McGuinness has picked this ball up. Play it back to the goalkeeper or forward. Charrier with a yellow card on his debut. Now Thomason on the right, back to McGuinness. Right-hand side is where it needs to go, and it does. Theo Corbeneau, obviously converted from a left winger to a right winger in the last season. Allen on the ground. Jaden Williams is there. Jaden Williams has hit the outside of the post and goes wide. We should be winning this game. Right, let's do some changes. I mean, the fitness levels are a bit of an issue. Corbeneau's going to come off for Moran. Mcardle is going to come off for Martin. That's all of our subs. That's all we can do. We've not got the options. We've got too many injuries. We've got too many players out on international duty at the stupid under-20s World Cup or whatever it is. So we just don't have the numbers at the moment. Charrier to Martin, across to Thomason, on the ground, finds Williams, through ball. It's Rory Allen. Is he going to do something? No, he's not. He's going to hit it wide again. Final 10 minutes of the game. I'm going to give him a shout. I'm going to give him a demand more. Meanwhile, Luton have themselves a chance possibly. Bagan. Forward on the ground, finds only one of our players though. Elise smashes it upfield. Rory Allen controls back to Andrew Moran, the goal scorer in the last match that we played on camera at the very least. Moran goes backwards to Thomason, gets it straight back. Don't think he wanted that. Nathan Martin, facing away from goal, back to McGuinness. Forward to Martin again. He's got lovely hair, hasn't he, Nathan Martin? Is that just me thinking he's got a lovely set of locks on him? Thomason all the way back to the goalkeeper, because that's what you want to happen when you're trying to beat the team bottom of the table. You go back to your goalkeeper. Silko Thomas on the ground finds Dye. It was a strange run from Dye there. It's back to Martin. Doesn't go anywhere near him. And now Luton are going to possibly counter-attack. And I feel like this is another highlight where there is going to be a goal happening. It's over the top to Morris. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Blasts it straight past Madonna. And it is 1... It's 0-0. It's disallowed for some reason. He's offside. We have been absolute garbage so far in this match. I say so far. We're 85 minutes in. McGuinness with it for us in the penalty area. Charrier lumps it upfield straight to one of their players. Why are we suddenly doing long ball football? Is this something that we've just decided to do? Madonna saves that one. That should have been a goal, really, for Luton. I think it was offside anyway, so maybe it shouldn't have been. 2 minutes of injury time, and I don't think we're going to get ourselves a late goal in this one. We don't. It is a 0-0 draw against bottom of the table Luton. Luton will feel hard done by. That was 3 points that they could have nicked there. I feel hard done by because nearly 2 or 1.6 XG, we should have scored at least one goal. Oh, bloody marvellous. Paul Searle's out for 3 to 5 weeks, which means Muller out for 2 more weeks. Reece Burke out for 2 to 5 weeks. Even Tyler Pasnick's out for 3 weeks, not that he really plays for us. I mean, this is an issue. This is a genuine issue that we've got at the moment. This is the state of our first team. We are currently missing Muller, Burke, Cisse, Arango, Searle, Barades, who's never got a work permit, Pasnick. You can also chuck in Elise McGuinness in there. We have got a very, very slim down squad at the moment. This is becoming a big issue. We're not quite done for this episode. We have just finished the transfer window, and as you can probably see, 2 more players have joined the club on loan deals. Elvis Mohammed has joined on loan from Sunderland. He's not very good, but he's a left back and a right back, and that's pretty much why I brought him in. He's never really going to play beyond maybe February, but he will be playing during February. Jonathan Fernandez, however, is a 21-year-old Uruguayan central defender who plays for Millwall, because he doesn't strike me as a Millwall player. I don't know what it is. He doesn't strike me as a Millwall player, but apparently in this game he is. He has come in on loan. He is a central midfielder, right back, defence midfielder, central defender. So, he's versatile. I'm probably going to be using him as a right back or a centre back. They want me to play him as a defence midfielder. Tough. It's not happening, because we don't play one of those, and they can't recall him. That is going to do it then for this episode. Next episode, we are probably on the penultimate episode of Season 8. We're going to go somewhere around here. Hull, Derby. Let's not do Hull again. Let's do Derby and Reading. Sure, we'll do those 2. Thank you very much for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next. We are approaching the end of the season, and with 9 games left to play, we do have ourselves an outside chance of another season finishing in the playoffs, but we do currently sit 10th place in the table, 53 points, AFC Wimbledon on 59, that has to be kind of our target. We are definitely not getting automatic promotion, we're also definitely not getting relegated. Basically, the season's gone exactly how I thought it would. Well, last episode, I think we played Swansea and Luton and drew both of them, didn't we? We didn't really do a huge amount. February, we turned into one of the best football teams on the face of the earth, beating Ipswich, beating Middlesbrough, beating Sheffield Wednesday, destroying Everton somehow. I don't even know how we did this. And also beating Hull, a draw with Derby as well. You'll notice, or you might have noticed, there is a name on the team sheet. Kyran, or it might be Kieran. Kieran Kensdale. He has played 5 times due to injuries and so on. He's conceded twice and kept 3 clean sheets. He's not very good, but he certainly knows how to stop the ball from going in the back of the net. So, we might be seeing Kensdale making an appearance today. Straight in to match number 1 of the episode. We're at home against Reading. This is what we're going to go for our starting 11. It is going to be Kyran. I'm probably going to call him Kyran Kensdale because it's spelt like Kyran, or that's how I would write Kyran. Muller, Burke, Charrier and Elise in defence. Yes, I'm fully aware that's not our normal back 4. In fact, only really Muller is our normal back 4 there. Injuries, fitness, you name it, it's kind of an issue. It's going to be Paul Sell and Rory Mcardle in midfield with Theo Corbeau, Dye, Williams and Rory Allen as our attack-minded players. Rory Allen needs to start doing better at football because recently he's kind of been overshadowed by literally everybody else on the pitch, including a terrible goalkeeper. Not that there's a huge amount to play for, but I kind of see these 2 matches in this episode a little bit make or break in a way. If we don't win any of them, we pick up 0 points. Chances are we are just going to finish mid-table this season. If we can pick up 3, maybe 6 points from these 2 matches, we are certainly in with a shout of a playoff spot. Reading have themselves the ball. We are not even 1 minute on the clock. Jefferson plays it back to Laurent, takes a couple of deflections, and now Mcardle can get it forward to Rory Allen, the American who seems to have grown a beard. Finds Jaden Williams. Williams' effort is saved well by Cox, the goalkeeper. We win ourselves a corner after literally 1 minute and 10 seconds. Who's going over to take it? It's the big man Dye, right-footed corner towards the front post, headed over the bar from the Canadian Charrier. It remains 0-0. Cox with a goal kick 15 minutes. I was going to say not a lot's happening in this match, but no, everything seemed to happen in the first minute and a half. Theo Corbeau, one of our 2 Canadians, goes off for a run towards the right-hand side. Needs Muller, really. Goes back. Now Paul Searle. Back again to Burke. Forward, Mcardle to Williams, across to Rory Allen, plays it on the ground, Allen finds Dye, that is a wonderful ball from Allen, Dye's effort straight at the goalkeeper, it's cleared, I think Dye was offside, it is Dye being offside, so it's still 0-0, it doesn't really make much difference, Dye with a corner this time, Charrier's there again, and Cox with a wonderful television save keeping that one out, and carrying on the highlight apparently, so what's going on here? It's over the top, Burke needs to get there first, Charrier, what's happening? Kensdale's got it. Fair enough. We'll just go with that. Burke to Muller. Right-hand side, please. There you go. Uses TC. Long ball forward to Jaden Williams. Chests it, or controls it well, sorry. Goes for goal. Cox again with another superb save. Cox is keeping Reading in this game. Dye's gone over to take the corner. Right-footed front post is cleared by the striker from Reading. Dye's not going to even try and keep that in play, apparently, and just wants a throw. Matthew Cox in the Reading goal is on a 7.6 at the moment. I think it was Paul Sell. It wasn't Sell. I'm not even sure who it was. That's Paul Sell. It was probably Mcardle then. Muller on the right-hand side. The fullback can run into a bit of space. Can he get his cross away? 2, 3, 4 in the box. Allen's one of them. Cox again with another save. Our XG is probably over 1 at this point, and we still haven't scored a goal. Dye with a corner. Right-footed again. Burke's there at the front post this time. Mcardle keeps it alive. Elise, curling effort. Oh my word, Richard Elise's just tucked that ball in the bottom corner. I don't think he knew what he was doing there. Don't think he wanted to score that. I mean, I'm not going to complain because we're winning. But, I mean, of all the chances to score, that wasn't the one that I would have put at the top of the list. Dye with another corner. Still not half an hour played. Charry is there. Dinks the top of the bar. Sanderson's going to get it clear. That Richard Elise goal has pushed us up closer and closer to the playoff spots. I thought Elise was there at the back post then. It was Allen. It's going to be another corner. We are absolutely peppering the Reading goal, and we don't really have a huge amount to show for it. Burke's effort hits the post straight into the hand of Cox. We are probably on an XG of maybe 2.2, 1.89. As I was saying though, up to 8th place in the table, 4 points behind a playoff spot, which is now the lowest one, is currently occupied by Everton, a team that we beat 3-0 in between episodes. Half-time, we are leading, but I would like us to, score maybe 3 more goals. Cox with a goal kick. He's been playing so well, I wouldn't be surprised if he scored. Burke heads it across to Muller. 5 minutes into the second half, Corbeau just keeps that ball in play. Long ball forward from Muller, straight to a Reading shirt though. And now Reading can just smash that ball upfield. Kensdale, where are you going, buddy? I'm concerned by our goalkeeper being well outside of his area, but we're fine. We've weathered the storm of a poor goalkeeper. Williams, all the way back to Charrier, the West Ham man. I think he's West Ham, Loney. Left-hand side is Richard Elise, the goal scorer. Now Dye, can he get past his man? In the middle to Mcardle. Now Rory Allen. Dye is carrying on his run towards TC. And Jaden Williams is there. First-time shot goes well wide of the mark. Another good chance. Nothing to show for it. We are XGing Reading all over the place, which if that was how you won points, we'd get loads. Tetek's in on goal here. Is it going to be 2? It's going to be 1-1. Sorry, it's not 1-1. Kensdale makes an absolutely superb save. First bit of saving he's actually had to do all match. Right, 60 minutes played. Let's do this Jaden Williams change for Tyler Pasnick. Doesn't get many chances, so now might be the day. Look at those match ratings. Look at them. I don't even know what to change here. I think we're going to take off Theo Corbeau for Romeo Beckham. Not because Corbeau's playing badly, just fitness. And I know Beckham is still pretty good at football. He doesn't play anywhere near as much as he did last season, but he's still very, very good. This concerns me. Reading have the ball in a good position. Dyche, is he going to cross it? Doesn't. Plays it on the ground to Laurent in the middle. Finds Tetek, who had that chance just a minute ago. Back to Laurent, back to Dyche. Left-hand side on the ground. Finds Vernon in the penalty area. He's surely going to score. Joe Vernon does score. It's 1-1. We're not being FM'd, let's be honest. This isn't being FM'd, but we should be winning. 18 shots, 9 on target, an XG of 2.2. They've got an XG of 1.32. We've both got a goal each. We should be absolutely smashing them here. Demand more. Get another goal. It's going to be a 1-1 draw, which could kind of put one of the final nails in the coffin for our season. It is another draw on camera. How did we not win that game? How did we not win that game? Their goalkeeper surely gets man of the match. A 7.7. Vernon weirdly gets man of the match, and he was a sub. I'm not even sure how that works. So after that, we haven't actually moved anywhere in the table. Up next, we're going to be playing at 9th place Bristol City. So it's 54 points versus 54 points. Realistically, if we win, we're going up to 8th place, aren't we? So we're going to be a little bit closer to the playoff spots. Reading result, not ideal. Reading weren't even fighting for anything. For match number 2 then, against Bristol City, we are back to full strength minus the goalkeeper. And I say minus the goalkeeper because I want to play Kensdale. He keeps his place in goal even after the bit of a cock-up in the last match, where he effectively was at fault for their equalising goal. Muller, Cisse, McGuinness and Elise in defence. Searle and Mcardle in midfield. Corbeau and Dye on the wings. Williams and Allen up front. We kind of need to win this game to be in with a shout of a playoff spot. Never a good sign when the first highlight begins with the kickoff. Although we've done the kickoff and lost the ball. Great. We have won it back though, so it's silver lining and all that jazz. Elise back to McGuinness, forward again. Now Mcardle. Allen through ball finds Dye. Can he do anything? Dye goes for goal, just centimetres wide, millimetres in fact, of the Bristol Rovers. Oh my word, Bristol City post. Corbeau with the ball to Muller. Back to Paul Searle, number 7. The long-standing servant who's only been a player for us for a season and a half technically, and the other 3 were on loan. Searle has it back, finds Muller, takes a few touches into the penalty area, crosses it in. It's a terrible cross over absolutely everybody. Dye's going to keep it alive. Elise to big TC, and Theo Corbeau's header goes wide of the post as well. 2 minutes played, 2 very good chances so far. Dye with a corner. Is this going to be the third time's a charm? It is Rory Allen at the back post. I said earlier on in the episode that Rory Allen needs to start playing well and scoring goals. He must have heard me. We've taken the lead with 11 minutes on the clock. That could be a very important goal for our league campaign. We've got another highlight though. McGuinness chests it down. Very nice calm bit of defending there from McGuinness. Rory Allen finds Elise on the left-hand side. On the ground to Dye in the penalty area. Takes a touch. It's saved by Ellery Balcom and cleared. We move up once again to 8th place. 3 points behind AFC Wimbledon and Everton. 4 points behind Swansea. We might be able to find our way into the back door of a playoff again. It's Luke Matheson with the free kick. Salah, this man, number 8, plays it on the ground to Armstrong. He's in on goal. It's a good save from Kyron Kensdale. It's going to be a corner. Ferdy is the man to take it towards the front post. Big Paul Searle gets it clear. I call everybody big, don't I? I imagine Paul Searle's maybe like 5'9". He's not a big lad. He's 5'11". He's a lot bigger than me, but he's still not massive, is he? As we approach half-time, we've got ourselves another chance. Mcardle to Dye on the ground to Williams. Terrible pass to Ramsey. What a weird pass that was. It's going to get collected, though, from Hayden Muller. Now Cisse, back from the African Cup of Nations. Muller on the ground to TC, forward. Finds Williams, back to Corbeau. Now Allen. Terrible pass again. What is it with our strikers not being able to pass the ball straight? It's McGuinness, though, for us, to Mcardle, to Dye. He's managed to make some space through the middle. Go for goal. Just shoot, buddy. He has shot. It's gone well over the bar. Still 1-0. We're looking good, but we were looking good against Reading as well, and we didn't take those opportunities. Half-time, we are quite clearly the better side. We're getting the chances. We're just not taking them. And I don't know who's not taking them. I mean, find another gear. Is it the strikers? I feel like it's not Allen. I feel like it's Williams and Corbeau who are possibly getting the chances. I'm going to say you've not been very good so far to you guys. Kensdale as well is proving to me in this match that he's actually worthy of a first-team place. Against Reading, proved that he probably wasn't ready for it. So he's a very strange footballer. I kind of like him though. Cisse's free kick goes straight to Ellery Balcom. I don't understand what that free kick was, so the goalkeeper's going to go for a run around his penalty area. And what is going to happen? We're just before the hour mark, so this is normally when I do my subs. Cisse heads straight down to a Bristol player, and now they're passing it around. Romic across to Ramsey. He's going to go for a run forward. That man's name, not even going to try it. Richard Elise steals it away, but Moore nicks it back. Backwards to Ferdy. Ball forward. Finds Armstrong. And Armstrong tucks it away. It is the former Southampton man to make it 1-1. We are the draw specialists, but only when I press record, apparently. Jaden Williams is on a 6.5. Right, Pasnick is going to come on. Corbeau's coming off as well for Andrew Moran. Do we do Searle? Jonathan Fernandez, they reckon. The Millwall loanee. The Uruguayan. Do we put him... I mean, he can play there. He can certainly play as a ball-winning midfielder on defend. Let's do it. Let's bring on Johnny. We do have a highlight, which I don't know whether this is relevant. Williams is in on goal here. He's been absolutely clattered. It's not a penalty. Corbeau keeps it alive. Paul Searle goes for goal. It's a good save from Ellery Balcom. Dye's going to keep it alive again. Crosses it over everybody. Corbeau's not going to get there. Wasn't really a highlight. We did get a chance, but it wasn't a very good one by the looks of it. And now all of our subs have taken place. So let's hope that no injuries or anything like that takes place for us. 30 on the right-hand side for Bristol. I'm worried that they're going to score a winner, you know. They've got the ball in the middle with confusing name to another confusing name. Armstrong's there. That's an easy name. That's a cracking goal. We're 2-1 down. I've said it before and I'll say it again. XG's just nonsense, isn't it? XG means absolutely nothing. Expected goals. I expect my team to score 600 goals. Doesn't mean they're going to, does it? Final 10 minutes, in fact, final 6 minutes of the game. Mcardle, are we going to find ourselves an equaliser? Not with passing like that, we're not. It's Adam Armstrong as well, is also going to be on a hat-trick, isn't he? McGuinness has decided he wants to lose this game. He's not in a rush, not in any form of rush at all. Elise to Mcardle. Now Fernandez already picked up a yellow card, learning well from his time at Millwall. Cisse to Moran. Ball over the top towards Allen. It's a terrible pass. Our pass accuracy must be in negative numbers at this point. We are so poor with our passing. That is 100% the problem. Are we going to get that ball? Muller heads down straight to Lundstrom. It's now Semenyo in the penalty area, plays it back. We don't even bother to stick a leg out. Luke Matheson forward to Wilkes. Now Moore. He's going to get fouled. Of course he's going to get fouled. It's going to be 3-1. A defeat where we have been arguably the better side. Armstrong steps up. Kensdale goes the right way, but Adam Armstrong completes his hat-trick. I'm not happy with that. Oh, and it's still going. There's another highlight. We have played really well until their second goal, and then we've given up. Pasnick's in on goal here. Is he going to make it 3-2? Dye, the man who conceded the penalty, kicks it straight into a Bristol player, and now they are potentially going to have themselves another counter-attack. Armstrong to Wilkes. He's going to go for a run, stops and plays it back to Moore. Now this man, forward to Armstrong again. Is he going to get 4 goals? I wouldn't be surprised. There he goes. He's through on goal, off towards the right-hand side. No real support. Sometimes doesn't necessarily need it. Elise really should have just left that, because I'm sure he was offside. It's gone wide from a confusing name number 2 in the middle of the pitch there for Bristol City. And we're still going. Muller to Pasnick to Moran. The 2 subs combining there. In the middle is Mcardle. Right-hand side finds Muller. I mean, if we can get ourselves a second goal, it might make for an interesting final couple of minutes. It is going to make for an interesting final couple of minutes. But going all-out attack and encourage, what else do we say? I feel like we can only do that, can't we? And obviously by doing that, you basically just tell the game, don't do any more highlights, which is exactly what's happened. We have lost a game 3-2, where we were once again, much like the Reading game, I would say we were probably the better side. We did not deserve to lose that game. XG of 2.28. XG's nonsense. I'm never going to listen to it again. Probably until next episode where I forget I've just said those words. 6 games undefeated and we throw it all away against Bristol City. I mean, Paul Watton's just said he's happy with Richard Elise. He literally cost us one of those goals, Paul. He literally cost us one of those goals. Well, it is certainly not over for the season, but it also doesn't look particularly promising. We are going to have one final episode of Season 8, which will be the final 2 games of the season. It might be we're fighting for a playoff spot, so we'll have some more episodes after that, obviously, because we'll definitely get the playoffs, or we're just going to have the final 2 games, which will be AFC Wimbledon and Stoke. AFC Wimbledon are a team that we're fighting. We've also got West Brom and Leeds. I feel like West Brom and Leeds might be the ones that kill us. Good news. With just 2 games left to play, we are one of 5 teams that could possibly find themselves in that final promotion playoff spot. However, bad news is we are the 4th of the 5 teams, which means we basically need to win both matches in today's episode in order to get into the playoffs. I don't think it's going to happen. We're starting off against AFC Wimbledon, who also need to win both of their games. Last episode we played Reading and Bristol City and lost against Bristol City, which was annoying, but then, soon after the episode finished, we then put 6 past Bournemouth. We did concede 4, but we managed to win there. We also beat Birmingham, we beat Sheffield United as well. A loss against Leeds, a draw against West Brom means we're in the position that we are currently in. Let's play AFC Wimbledon. If we lose, the Stoke game is basically pointless. The starting lineup then is as strong as we can get, so it's going to be Madonna in goal. Elise will be our right back because Hayden Muller is currently suspended. Cisse and Chario will be our central defenders because Mark McGuinness is currently slightly injured. Silko Thomas will be our left back. Searle, Thomason, Corbineau, Dye, Williams and Rory Allen round out the team. We are not playing Kyron Kensdale anymore because, I mean, he's not bad, but he has started to concede a fair few goals, even if we did score 6 against Bournemouth. Another thing that happened in between episodes was the Next Gen Awards. The top 50 players in all of Europe, I think, maybe the whole world, were kind of revealed, the best youngsters, that is. We had 2 players on that list. Technically, one of them wasn't ours. It was Charia. He was about, I think he was quite high. He was like number 12. And we also had, and by Dai was on that list as well, down in the sort of the mid-40s, I think is where he landed. So we are suddenly turning into a pretty good team. Wimbledon coming forward with the ball, and Charia, one of the best youngsters in the world apparently, has just conceded a penalty. Who's stepping up then? Number 8 is going to be stepping up against Madonna, the Liverpool loney goalkeeper. It is Ronan, steps up, sends the keeper the wrong way. AFC Wimbledon take the lead, and that could be the end of our season. Thomas with a throw for us. It's a long throw. It's gone over most people, but they've headed it clear. That was weird. First of all, why is Silko Thomas doing very long throws? I'm not quite sure why he's doing that. Thomas has gone again towards Williams. Doesn't even bother jumping. Michael Elise. It's not Michael, it's Richard Elise goes for a slide tackle. We've got it forward through Dai. Inside the Wimbledon half. Now Rory Allen has an American cap to his name. Terrible pass though. Can't find Dai. It's cleared forward. Jaden Williams isn't going to get there. Meechan can run now for Wimbledon. Still inside their own half. Now Ronan, the penalty scorer, on the ground. Kabangu runs off towards that left-hand side. 2, 3, 4 maybe in the box for Wimbledon. Thompson plays it across to Perkins. It's Sanders outside the area. Curling effort straight past the goalkeeper. Max Sanders makes it 2-0 to Wimbledon. And it's season over, isn't it, already? I say already as if, we haven't played 44 games before this. They're not going to make it 3 before half-time, are they? Armin's in on goal. Madonna saves that one and walks off the pitch. Nope, we've got a free kick. So if we lose this game, looking at the league table, we definitely will not be able to finish in 6th place. We need to throw a water bottle. What is that? Get your act together. Nailed it. Good job. Great team talk. Let's try and turn that around. You've not been good enough so far? It kind of worked. Only Thomason is struggling at the moment, so we need to keep an eye on him. Corbino is on a 6-4. Williams is on a 6-4 as well. Most other players aren't doing particularly badly. Madonna's on a 6-5, which is never good when it's your goalkeeper. Ronan's going for a run, though, for Wimbledon. Spins around, takes on about 7 players, about 14 times each. It is Rabeck on the ground, finds Joseph. Loads and loads of space for the fullback, I assume. Not going to cross it in, instead on the ground to Sanders. Goes for another long-range effort. This time goes over the bar. Still 2-0 to Wimbledon. And the second half has started much the way the first half ended. I'm pretty sure we're not even having any highlights at this point. Thompson to Perkins. Forward to Ronan. Steal it. Somebody. Is that Paul Sell? Paul Sell's gone and picked up a yellow card, surely. No, he hasn't. Allen with the ball to Dai. In on goal. He's hit it wide. He's actually hit it wide. We are doing so poorly. So poorly. Williams is on a 6.3. You're going to come off for Andrew Moran. Sure, we'll do that one. We will also do Rory Allen for Tyler Pasnick. And we will do Theo Corbino off for Romeo Beckham. All of our subs with still 30 minutes left to play. We really need to get back into this game. Give him a demand more. Is it going to do anything? It seems to have fired up a few people. Richard Elise is a bit annoyed. Free kick for Wimbledon. Again, final 15 minutes. We've had so few highlights going our way in this match. Elise back to Madonna, who I think this might have been Madonna's last game for us, because if we've got nothing to play for in the next match, we're going to play quite a few youngsters, and obviously we're going to try and get as many of our own players playing to try and give them a little bit of first team experience. It's a big kick upfield by the Wimbledon keeper. Paul Searle wins the ball. Now Romeo Beckham, the club's record transfer, remember. Thompson back to Searle. Beckham again, plays it all the way back to Cisse. Has interest from Blackburn Rovers, does Cisse, which, I mean, if we get good money for him, maybe that's what we go for. Ronan's in on goal. Charia sticks a leg out. It's not enough. Connor Ronan makes it 3-0 to AFC Wimbledon, and it is season over. Let's face it, Wimbledon just wanted it more, didn't they? I think we realised that we weren't ever going to get in the playoffs, and we've just decided to not bother for the last match. There's still plenty of time. This is obviously straight after their goal. And are they going to make it 4? Perkins is in on goal. They do make it 4. Sonny Perkins, with his 8th goal of the season. We've just given up. Madonna is on a 6.0. Final 5 minutes, and I've just seen that Madonna is on a 6.0 at the moment. So he's taking blame for most, if not all, of the goals, I think. Thomason's nicked it for us. Are we going to get a consolation goal? Pasnick, he's going to go for a run. Goes for a long-range effort. Goes over the bar. 4-0 to Wimbledon in our final away game of the season. The Stoke match, I think we're at home for. And we have just been utterly embarrassed in this one. They've got an XG of 1.6 and scored 4 goals. A couple of episodes ago, or maybe even one episode ago, we had an XG of nearly 3 and scored 1 goal. Well, thrashing arms, that was not good enough. Also, Madonna, furious. I'm chucking a water bottle at you. You're not going to be here next season. Well, there's confirmation that we are not getting ourselves playoffs. What does it mean for AFC Wimbledon? Not that we really care. They are still within a chance. It's gone from 5 teams to 4, and annoyingly, we are that one team that has dropped out of the race. We're going to go forward then to the final game of the season, which is against Stoke, who are down in 20th, and they've also got nothing to play for. So, for the final game of the season, you can probably see there's a reasonable amount of rotation. Not a huge amount. Still quite a lot of regular starters still playing. It will be Kensdale in goal, Muller, Arango, Cisse and Thomas in defence. Arango, obviously, the new one coming in there. He's not very good, but hopefully within time, he probably will get better. Actually, let's do it that way round. Mcardle and Nathan Martin in the middle of the pitch. I have high hopes for Nathan Martin. He just needs some first team football and he never goes out on loan anywhere, so we kind of need to bring him in where we can. Paul Sell's going to push up to be a right winger. Dye keeps his place on the left hand side. Rory Allen also keeps his place up front, and Tyler Pasnick will come in to start this one. So absolutely bugger all to play for in this, but I still want to end the season with a win. I imagine there is money involved. If we can win this game, we will go up to potentially 67 points, which might push us up to 9th, potentially even higher, depending on how other things go. Peterborough have just moved into that final playoff spot as well, very early on in the match. Cisse with the ball for us. Right-hand side is Captain Hayden Muller. Now Mcardle, the former Saints man, back to Cisse, all the way back to Kensdale. Arango, our Colombian, our new young Colombian, who we are hoping, we've got high hopes for Arango, we've got high hopes for Martin, we've got high hopes for most of our players, in fact. Kensdale as well, long kick over the halfway line from the goalkeeper. Allen flicks it on to Dye into the penalty area, and he has put that into space apparently. No, he hasn't. It's been saved, it's a corner. And I think he's probably going over to take it. No, he's not. Why is our centre-back taking corners? I feel like our centre-back, who I'm pretty sure is 6'6", should not be taking corners, especially when nothing comes of it. It is Stoke with a throw just inside our penalty area by the looks of it. Crossfield ball, Paul Searle calmly back to Kyron Kensdale. Cisse to Muller on the right-hand side. We're going to get upfield. Searle to Mcardle, back to Cisse. We do love passing around in that little 4-player corner over there. It's Rory Allen inviting Paul Searle forward. Obviously playing as a right winger today, a position that he's capable of doing. Doesn't really do it a lot though. Muller from Searle. Down the right-hand side is going to go Hayden Muller. Now Rory Mcardle plays it back. Is it Rory Mcardle? I don't even know. I called him Rory because that's Allen's name. It's Rory Allen, isn't it? Martin to Dye to Pasnick. Back to Dye on the ground. Paulie Searle is there. And what a save that is from the goalkeeper. It's Ryan Mcardle, not Rory. I knew it began with an R. Silko Thomas with the corner this time from the right-hand side, and Cisse, where he should be in the penalty area, heading that one just wide. Well, looking at match stats with 10 minutes left to play of the first half, we are looking like the better side, but how many times have we said that this season where we've been looking like the better side and then we don't get anything from it? Silko Thomas has stolen that one away. This is good to see. Dye is going to go for a run using his pace. He's been tackled by Jeremy Clarkson of all people. Carvalho's now going to go for a run. Is that Fabio Carvalho, the guy who's just or potentially going to be signing for Liverpool? Kensdale to Arango. So we're starting again then from defence. Final 5 minutes of the first half. Mcardle, now Arango, trying to pass our way through the strikers of Stoke, because that's what they're well known for. Pasnick's going to get on the end of this. Very strange bit of football there from Pasnick. Why did he pass that? Hey everybody, we've got an XG of 1.5 at half time, and we haven't scored a single goal just yet, because XG is a lie. It's nonsense. It means absolutely nothing. I'm proud of everyone's effort, am I? I mean, it didn't seem to work, did it? Defenders, you're doing well. I'm happy with you. Why did that demotivate Cisse? He's on a 6'5". Midfielders, what are we saying to you guys? You boss the midfield? You're alright, keep going. You've got the ability. Strikers, you're rubbish. You've not been good enough. Didn't help. I have been in charge of Dover Athletic for 8 seasons. You'd think I'd learn by now to not really do individual team talks because I always balls them up. But apparently here we are. It's Arango with the ball. 7 minutes played in the second half. Arango's going to take his time. Lovely boots, by the way. Lovely purple boots on the Colombian. Cisse to Arango once again. Forward to Nathan Martin. Forward again to Dye. Going to go backwards to Martin. Long ball towards Pasnick. It's a terrible ball. Why have we started doing these long balls? Is this like, has there been an update? And all of a sudden, my tactic decides you want to be doing long balls. Is this something that's happened? Dye's going to get on the end of that. He's in on goal, pays with another save. It is going to be 0-0. We are never going to score in this game, are we? It's probably Cisse taking it. It's not. It's Silko Thomas this time. What is going on with our corner takers? It's cleared. Nathan Martin's going to pick the ball up. Is he going to get it forward? Finds Thomas in the area. Back to Martin again. Plays it across to Arango. Loads of space for Paulie Searle. Is he going to pull the trigger? He's not going to bother. He's going to try and cross it instead towards Dye at the back post, who doesn't want to go for a header. And now Stoke can possibly counter-attack. Why can we not score goals in this game at the moment? I mean, we've got an XG of 1.6 so far. Their goalkeeper's on a 7.3. We're going to get nothing out of this game. Well, I say nothing. We'll get a point out of this game. Taylor loses out to Paul Sell. Pasnick down to Rory Allen. Long shot from Allen. And again, another save from the keeper. The highlights carried on as well with Stoke on the ball. They've got this left back with a confusing name. If he was my player, I'd learn it, but he's not my player, so I don't care. Pays, the goalkeeper, kicks it long over the halfway line, intercepted by Arango. Now we're going to come forward again. Dye on the left-hand side, back to Silko Thomas, dinks it over. Lovely pass from Thomas. Chests it down, no support, still crosses it in. Paulie Sells there, heads the effort, goes over the bar. Still 0-0. Who's having all the chances? There must be somebody who's having all the chances, who's just ballsing them up. Is it Paul Searle? Is there a way to even see? Can we see stats? This isn't stats. None of these things help me at all. I want to see who's having all the shots. Right, 2 changes then. So, Thomason and Corbeau coming on. It's going to be Paul Searle and Ryan Mcardle coming off. We're actually playing really well. We're just not doing anything with the ball. And by not doing anything, I mean we're having shots. And apparently we are playing against the world's greatest goalkeeper and he's stopping absolutely everything. They're coming forward again with the ball then as Stoke. Inside their own half at the moment, but they are soon going to be kicking it into ours by the looks of it. There they go. Taylor back to Oxford. Is that Reece Oxford as well? Dolan's going for a run. Back to Taylor. Martin steals it for us. Counter-attack time. Here we go. Pasnick to Rory Allen. Dies on the left. Uses him. Good pass from the American. Dye on the ground to Martin. Forward, doesn't find a single white shirt. We have luckily got Cisse there to mop up the pieces. Dye's going to get the ball again. 2, 3, 4 in the box. On the ground to Martin. He's been flattened. Dye gets another chance. Tries to get some space for himself. It's a terrible, terrible effort. It's still 0-0. We are literally like 10 minutes away. Not even 10 minutes. We're 10 seconds away from Stoke taking the lead. There we go. They've had no highlights all game. We've got an XG of nearly 2 and they take the lead. Right, we need to get back in this game. I know it means absolutely nothing, but Stoke are 20th. Stoke are 20th place in the table at the moment. The season's over. They've got nothing to play for. And we've decided that we want to have lots of shots. And their goalkeeper's just saving everything. Abubakar goes for goal. This time goes over Kensdale's bar. Still 1-0 to Stoke. They are slowly, I guess, coming back into this game. But we've just been the better side. Allende with a free kick towards the back post. Dowell's controlled it in the penalty area. It's Jack Watmore. He heads just wide of Kensdale's post. It's still 1-0. We have had 21 shots, 10 on target, and we're going to lose. 4 minutes of injury time. Our XG has managed to break the 2.0 mark. Are we going to steal an equaliser with 20 seconds left to play? Silko Thomas collects the ball. We do still have another sub, but there's no point in doing much at the moment. It's he's offside. Theo Corbeau was offside. He wasn't even involved, was he? It was Pasnick. Oh, what has happened here? Pays with a goal kick or a free kick with seconds left to play. Stoke are going to win the game with 2 shots. Martin's conceded a free kick as well. And, nope, Thomason, has conceded a free kick. Are we even going to see it? The season's over. What an absolutely awful episode, eh? What an awful episode. 24 shots. 11 on target. Their goalkeeper must have got an 8. Surely. 8.1. 8.1. He's worth £24 million. How was he worth £24 million? Has Stoke just been relegated? Is that what's happened? They bought him for £44 million, then got relegated, and then almost got relegated again. No wonder why he played so well. I'm surprised he's not Holland's number 1. We literally didn't even get a chance to go back and have a look at the league table or anything after I click continue. We're straight into the end of season review, and I guess it's kind of what we expected, really. We were probably a little bit closer to a playoff spot than I thought we were going to be. Signing of the season is Mbai Dai, who was superb. 14 goals, 12 assists. That is 26 goal contributions in 38 games and 4 off the bench. That's pretty good. I am thinking Romain Charrier as well. We potentially look at extending his loan deal into next season because he just gives us a bit more depth, which is definitely handy. Mcardle, new signing, didn't really do a huge amount. Madonna was rubbish. He was rubbish, wasn't he? He kept how many clean sheets? Probably like 4 all season. Elvis Mohammed came off the bench 5 times. Waste of money. We did have a very good summer didn't we? When we brought in some very good players, Rory Allen as well, Paul Searle coming in, Jackson Arango joining in January, who I have high hopes for Jackson Arango. Hasn't really had the opportunity to play just yet. And season then, obviously, we finished down in 11th place. We have been, I feel like we were 10th all season. I feel like we were 10th for at least like a third of the season. We were 10th place. We've dropped down to 11th place right at the end. Kind of sucked, but when you look at where we started poorly, we ended poorly, we did alright in the middle. Finances. Is this good news or bad news? So a lot of things have gone down, which is not really a surprise because we finished lower in the table, no playoffs, things like that. Sponsorship, we've picked up £1 million more. I don't know what that's from, but I will happily take that money. And team of the season is the usual. It's the usual 11, isn't it? In the summer, I'm looking at Theo Corbeau, right winger. We need a replacement right winger. We probably need a left back. Silko Thomas is good. He got 10 assists and 2 goals from left back, which is actually very good. But I feel like we need a more natural left back. I also think we probably need a decent championship level goalkeeper on a permanent deal. Kensdale is likely to be our number 1 next season, unless we can do some business in the summer. Club awards. Cisse picking up a couple of Fans Player of the Season, Young Player of the Season, Dye signing of the season as we know. TC scoring goal of the season. Jaden Williams, 19 goals. Jaden Williams has broken double figures every season, bar the first season when he wasn't very good. I don't understand how Jaden Williams is still this good. He's not that good when you look at his actual ability, but he seems to be scoring the goals, which is good. Most assists and Man of the Match awards goes to Dye. We've got highest average rating for Karim Cisse, and Paul Searle wins the greatest award you could ever imagine. He also picked up 19 yellow cards. That's a yellow card every other game, isn't it, Paul? That's probably too many. Jaden Williams as well is 2 goals away from breaking the 100 goals for Dover Athletic, which means he will be the top goal scorer, the record top goal scorer, probably indefinitely. And competition awards, we've won, apparently, Young Player of the Year and Sky Bet Player of the Year in Mark McGuinness. Have we? Overall, best 11? What have we got? Anybody new? Theo Corbeau has made it in on the bench, I think. Is that all he's... No, he's on the left wing, apparently. Theo Corbeau has made it in on the left wing. Hayden Muller as well has made it in, probably on the bench. He has made it on the bench. Jaden Williams is still not in our overall best 11, despite the fact he scored 98 goals for the club. This makes no sense to me. He should probably be in there ahead of Omar Bogle or Rob Street. Both of them. He should be both of those strikers. This is quite helpful. Budgets for next season. £2 million transfer budget. We're probably not going to spend much of that, but it's nice to know that it's there. Before we end this season, I just want to point out that last summer I did talk about expanding the stadium. It has taken them over a year and they are still planning. I don't know what they're doing. I genuinely have no idea what they're doing. Can we just ask for a new one? Do we just try that? Maybe that's the approach we go for rather than expanding. Just build a new one. Probably easier. We'll also try and get the training facilities done whilst we're here. Anything else? Can I have a new contract? They are giving me a new contract, which is good to see. The stadium expansion has been scrapped. The council has blocked the stadium expansion. We've upgraded our youth category. So what happens? We need a new stadium. We are 99% selling out every single match. We physically cannot get any more fans in our stadium. We need a new stadium. Anybody? Can we just move? What team is near? Let's just sign my new contract. Give me 3 years. 2 years. Fine. So I'm looking at who we have rivalries with. And at Maidstone we've got a rivalry with. I'm just looking at stadium size. I mean, it's not much bigger, is it? Our stadium is not much bigger than where they play. And they are a Vanarama National League side. I feel like Margate might have a bigger stadium as well. 3,000. It's not much bigger either. I mean, it's ridiculous. 6,500. 6,500 at Folkestone. We've got 5,500. Can we play there? They've got a bigger stadium than us. And they are in the Vanarama National League South. We are definitely in the need of a new stadium. I'd love to just borrow it for a season. We'll get more fans in. Anyway, that is going to do it for Season 8 with Dover Athletic. Season 9 will begin as soon as I can get round to it, basically, where we have to really aim for playoffs. That needs to be the goal. We've got some money to spend in the summer. I'm hopefully going to do a bit of wheeling and dealing, do a little bit of decent transfer business, bring in some unsuspecting players. Maybe we can get ourselves a former international, a current international. Who knows? We've already got 2 of the best youngsters in the world, apparently. Let's bring in a few more. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, do please remember, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll be back with more Dover Athletic very, very soon. Thanks for watching.